Welcome to the Infosec Career Video Series. This set of short videos will provide a brief look inside cybersecurity careers and the experience needed to enter them. Today, I'll be speaking with Infosec Skills author Mark Viglione about the role of SOC analyst. So let's get into it. Welcome, Mark.
Thanks, Chris.
So, Mark, let's start with the basics. What is a SOC analyst? And also for people who are just getting started, what does SOC stand for? And what does a SOC analyst do?
Sure. So SOC stands for Security Operations Centers. And essentially what these analysts do is they work in some form of operation center where they have different teams and different tiers of analysts. And typically what they do, their day consists of monitoring, a lot of eyes on glass, a lot of looking at different tools and alerts to try to triage what's important and what's not, and what needs investigated and what doesn't need investigated. So a lot of hands-on, a lot of looking at glass.
Okay. Are there levels of SOC analysts? Do you start at one level and then the tasks sort of increase as your experience grows?
Yeah, definitely. So a lot of different organizations call it different things. And sometimes within a SOC, you'll have, different tiers, whether it's a SOC and then it goes to incident response and then maybe advanced threat hunting. They might do all of that in the SOC. But yeah, there's definitely different tiers and different experience levels for these individuals.
Okay. Now, how does one become a SOC analyst? Is this an entry-level position or do you need experience in other aspects of cybersecurity first?
Yeah. So I would say it's typically an entry or junior level position.
Okay.
So a lot of times you'll get some college kids if you have the right degree, stuff like that. You kind of get into the field, do a couple of years of tier one work, and then you transition to SOC. So yeah, it's definitely something that's a more junior, but also can be an entry level as well.
Okay. Are there particular education or certification requirements that you need to get in, or can you just go on experience alone? Are there particular certs that especially help in this regard?
Yeah, so I would say, along with depending on your experience or education, if you have a degree in IT or just security potentially in general, I would say there's a lot of different certs like Security Plus. It's a great cert to get into, and this is not it's not a senior level role, so you're not expected to get a lot of different high advanced certs, but something like Security Plus or SSCP, stuff like that would probably give you a good edge into getting that.
Okay. What skills, whether hard skills or soft skills, does a SOC analyst need to do their job well, whether it's the tech background or just things like you said, being able to read lots of data and interpret it? What are the skill sets for a SOC analyst?
Yeah, I think it's really two parts. I think there's the technical side, which you have to have, the analytics, you have to be able to interpret that and want to do that and find it fun because you're going to be doing it a lot. Where you're triaging different alerts. And then also the soft skill sides where you need to present your findings to either your team members, maybe your SOC like a manager, or maybe there's an IT director who has no idea what some of the technical jargon is and they still need to know. So those soft skills are just as important, I think, as the technical skills as well.
Okay. And you sort of grow in levels by sort of getting better at interpreting those numbers and finding sort of higher level ways to sort of crunch the data, I imagine.
Exactly. Yeah. It's as you start to first it's what is this alert? Then it moves into how can I solve this? If not, I pass it up. And then eventually you're the one who solves it. And then, so it's a lot of different progression paths. Okay.
So, we always ask about different tools that SOC analysts use that all the careers use, but I imagine a SOC analyst is especially tool heavy. Can you talk about some of the tools that SOC analysts use to do their work?
Yeah, sure. So I would say also depending on the organization and depending on the size and what you're using, you're going to use a lot of either open source tools or commercial. And so I would say on the commercial side, a lot of them are going to be commercial SIMs like, Logarithm, RSA, Splunk, all these giant tools that are spitting off logs and then tons of alerts you're going to be looking at every single day. Also intrusion detection systems, if you're a smaller shop and you're on the open source side, Suricata, if you want to use some of the Cisco products, if you have Firepower and all those different things on the commercial side. So it's a lot of tools that are either spitting off alerts via network data or SIMs where it's aggregating everything. So a lot of different tools.
So if you're wanting to get into SOC analyst as a job, would you recommend just getting some of the open source tools and playing around with them yourself on your own so you have a comfort with this?
Yeah, I would absolutely recommend that because it gives you a hands-on experience, and you might not use the exact tool on the job you end up getting, but it's so you'll probably use a version of that tool at that job. So that experience will help you with the interview process and also when you're on the job working, crunching data.
Okay. For people who are interested in doing SOC analyst as a job, can you move into other roles if you find that that this isn't what you like? Is this a good job that you can pivot into other places with?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a really good, like I said, like entry mid-level job for security professionals, I think, for sure, because there's a lot of different roles you can grow into. Again, sometimes on the SOC team, you can go into incident response, which is more responding. You can go into threat hunting, which is just actively probing, and then also potentially penetration testing. They always say it's great having someone knowing how to defend your network, the blue team work, and then when you transition over to the pen testing, having both of those skill sets. So it's definitely a lot of areas to grow. You're not locked in on, okay, this is the only thing I'm going to be doing.
Okay. So as we wrap up today, for our listeners who are ready to get started, what's something they can do right now, right after this video ends, that would move them towards the goal of becoming a professional SOC analyst?
Yeah, so I think there's a couple of things. I think, reviewing different content, looking at different courseware, some of the ones at Infosec and, just understanding, diving into some of that knowledge base and doing some training. And then also just reading blogs and staying active in the community. Because it seems like, a lot of security is changing every day, and it's just, you got to be keeping up with it. So just, that looks really impressive to employers as well when you're actively probing for that stuff.
Yeah.
But definitely just doing a lot, capture the flags as well. Different stuff shows that you're getting experience. So
are there any kind of experience-based things that you could do to sort of put on your resume even before you have a job? Like, can you show your ability to use a tool or, do something with your own network like that?
Yeah, I think a great thing is building a home lab. I've done that, and a lot of colleagues do that, and they put that on their resume, they put that on LinkedIn, and so simulate different attacks, and this is how I use this tool, and it's not just reading a book, it's also just building it in hands-on. So it's definitely a great advantage.
Mark Viglione, thank you for your time and experiences today.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
And thank you all for watching this episode. If you'd like to know more about other cybersecurity job roles, please check out the rest of Infosec's career video series. We'll see you next time.